to World Transits Today, practicing in the tradition of Stanislav Grof and Richard Tarnas, blending consciousness research with astrology. I'm Mark Granoff. Today, November 3, 2021 on World Transits, special Archetypal News Network edition. We explore 4 planetary archetypes: the Sun, Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune, focusing the spotlight on 3 current transits: Sun opposite Uranus, Sun trine Neptune, and tomorrow, Mercury opposite Uranus. Let's start out today with Sun and Neptune. Sun trine Neptune for 3 weeks. In astrology, the Sun represents me, an individual person, casting, then performing my role on life's main stage. On Earth, the Sun's the big light representing life. Just look at plants taking nourishment, moving towards the Sun. Just like plants, we, I, me, move towards what we desire, what we want, what warms us. Neptune's Apollonian, harmonious and unrestrained, the process of merging with what's ideal, where we idealize a person or scene, highlighting our imagination that grows with magical wings and takes us away. Neptune's walls become transparent, diffuse, leaky. We find it challenging to assimilate. Neptune also can bring in some undefined or incomprehensible tension. We just don't have enough energy to get going or accomplish much. Stanislav Grof describes Neptune as basic perinatal matrix 1. The biological basis of this matrix is the experience of the original symbiotic unity of the fetus with the mother. Archetypal images from the collective unconscious that can be selectively reached in this state involve the heavens or paradises of different cultures of the world. The experience of the first matrix also involves elements of cosmic unity or mystical union. The Sun with Neptune, identifying with what's ideal, a recognition for cosmic opening, leading to exquisite fantasy. The place where we may merge. I'll take everything without limits, please. We're able to express our higher self through the creative ineffable, via the arts, poetry, music, or over the line, what's too ideal, painting, placing our imagination on someone else, then acting on it, lacking boundaries, resetting the stage for confusion or a misrepresentation of the truth. Let's welcome Grateful Dead lyricist Robert Hunter, Sun trine Neptune in his chart. Robert Hunter, born 1941 to 2019, was an American lyricist, singer-songwriter, translator, and poet, best known for his work with the Grateful Dead. He was born near San Luis Obispo, California. Hunter spent some time in his childhood in foster homes as a result of his father abandoning the family, and took refuge in reading and writing. As a young man, he became friends with Jerry Garcia. They began a collaboration that lasted through the remainder of Garcia's life. Garcia and others formed the Grateful Dead in 1965, and sometimes later began working with lyrics that Hunter had written. Garcia invited him to join the band as lyricist. Over the years, he wrote lyrics to a number of the band's signature pieces, including Dark Star, Ripple, Truckin', and was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the band in 1994, and is the only non-performer to be inducted as a member of a band. Upon his death, Rolling Stone magazine described him as one of rock's most ambitious and dazzling lyricists. Here's China Cat Sunflower. Look for a while at the China Cat Sunflower, proud, walking jingle in the midnight sun. Copper Dome Bodhi drip a silver kimono, like a crazy quilt star gown through a dream night wind. Crazy cat peeking through a lace bandana like a one-eyed Cheshire, like a diamond-eyed Jack. A leaf of all colors plays a golden string fiddle to a double E waterfall over my back. And comic book colors on a violin river, crying Leonardo words from out a silk trombone. I rang a silent bell beneath a shower of pearls in the eagle-wing palace of the Queen Shiny. Sun opposite Uranus, exact today, with the sun as identity and Uranus as liberation or release. Let's bring in Promethean figure Richard Tarnas, Sun trine Uranus, as bringer of the dawn. Richard Tarnas is the founding director of the graduate program in philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness at the California Institute of Integral Studies in San Francisco, where he currently teaches. For 10 years, he lived and worked at Esalen Institute in Big Sur, California, studying with Stanislav Grof, Joseph Campbell, Gregory Bateson, Houston Smith, and James Hillman, later serving as Esalen's Director of Programs and Education. He received his PhD in 1976 with a dissertation on LSD psychotherapy, psychoanalysis, and spiritual transformation. He wrote The Passion of the Western Mind, a narrative history of Western thought from the ancient Greek to the postmodern, which became a bestseller and continues to be a widely used text in universities throughout the world. In 2006, he published Cosmos and Psyche, which received the Book of the Year prize from the Scientific and Medical Network in the UK. Through consciousness research, also known as self-exploration, then his 40 years of collaboration with Stanislav Grof, Tarnas has tapped into the importance of the birth moment via the natal chart in astrology and let it flow. He originally discovered the match between Grof's 4 basic perinatal matrices and the 4 outer planets, thus the beginning of archetypal astrology. Richard Tarnas, Sun Uranus, bringing the dawn. And Mercury opposite Uranus starts tomorrow for 3 weeks. Mercury is our mind, consisting of thinking, planning, all mental activity, understanding, then declaring or communicating. Media critic and theorist James Carey defined communications as a symbolic process whereby reality is produced, maintained, repaired, and transformed in his 1992 book, Communication is Culture, positing that we define our reality via sharing our experience with others. Mercury's rational, makes sense of things, but what things? Watch for the heated mind, overspiced either from within or coming at us. Uranus represents letting go, changing the situation into what's new. What once was fine is now confining. Think of the baby in the womb who must be born. Uranus provides what's fresh, our first breath, the sun on our face, opening up what was once closed and shut tight. Uranus as liberation from constraint, peril. Uranus can also lead us off into the woods where we're free to do anything. Uranus unbound, unlimited, where we're aloof or unreliable to anyone. We're the lone wolf. Mercury Uranus, the unusual idea, a new direction, expressing ourselves in a fresh way. Let's welcome Australian journalist Caitlin Johnstone, who brings a light to many subjects. Like, it's really weird how little we talk about humanity's imminent doom. Did you know the insects are vanishing? They are. Land-dwelling insects like butterflies, ants, and grasshoppers are now half as common as they were 75 years ago. That's why those of you who remember catching fireflies on summer nights as kids don't see them much anymore, and why car windshields don't get covered in dead bugs like they used to. This is a part of the animal kingdom that the rest of the ecosystem is built upon. And it's undergone a drastic plummet that we've personally witnessed in our own lifetimes. If you were an insect watching it happen, you wouldn't be thinking in terms of a future Armageddon. You'd feel that you were currently witnessing it. And also, the weirdest thing about the Biden administration tasking itself with the censorship of disinformation on social media is that the United States is the hub of a globe-spanning empire that is built upon a foundation of disinformation, maintained by disinformation, and facilitated by disinformation. On the transit timeline, we see right there, Sun opposite Uranus, Sun trine Neptune. And notice for 2 weeks, it's Sun Uranus with Sun Neptune, free and boundless, identifying with fresh changes in consciousness, driving deeper into the essence of reality, breaking through to the other side, bringing blessed peace. And Mercury opposite Uranus right there, just got here till the end of the month. With Mercury and Uranus, fresh information, freedom in thinking, communicating. We're too free, way outside of consensus reality, original thinking that leads us out in the woods. And also tomorrow, new moon, Sun conjunct moon, good for a fresh start. So thanks for joining me on World Transits today, everybody. Exploring the sun with Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune. World Transits is available daily at my site, Reference Astrology, with the audio version and all-year archive at Apple Podcast. Contact me directly for a birth chart and transit reading, where we explore the planetary archetypes, place them on top of your chart, and see what's up for you. And see you tomorrow.